take a look at our series of 16 days of activism. Welcome back. I'm glad you are still watching Speak Uganda. My name is Asha Kulsum. Once again, welcome again to the 16 Days of Activism, which is proudly brought to you by Freedom House in conjunction with Record TV Uganda. Now, a survey in 2018, the government of Uganda published results from the 2016 to 17 National Labour Force Survey. The results show an estimate of 2 million children in child labour, which is a slight increase in the total number of children in child labor from the previous 2011 and 2012 survey. This figure, however, does not include children involved in the unconditional worst forms of child labor, including child trafficking. Now, to understand this better, we asked a child's rights expert to shed light on what child labor is and aware us of the common forms of child labor. Take a look.
Child labor is actually defined as work that is hazardous or deters a child or affects the development of a child. So if the work that a child is engaged in will impact on the child's development, then that qualifies to be child labor. So we have different forms of child labor. One of them is commercial sexual exploitation. It's very rampant in this country that we have a lot of girls that have been lured into commercial sexual exploitation. They are taken in as maids or they are brought into Kampala like those that are living and working on the streets. And before they know it, they end up in brothels to serve, and that is commercial sexual exploitation. So they are using them to extort money and exploiting them sexually to extort money. The other one is children in armed conflict. The children who find themselves constricted in the army. That is also child labor. There are those who are engaged in the cotton fields or in the coffee plantations. They're in the supply chain. Right now, ILO has initiated a very, very big project, which is covering about 6 countries, and they're talking about trying to guarantee the protection of children or get children out of the supply chain in terms of coffee and tea production. Because when we consume the tea in a tea bag, you do not know actually that along the way, a child is actually being used to go pick the tea. A child is being used to, like for the rice, to chase the birds away from the field. So child labor is a real thing. Then we also have those that are involved in the stone quarry. You've seen them. They are breaking stones, and it's hazardous. They could actually end up losing their lives. There are those that are working and living on the street. So the issue of child labor is also one thing that we need to look at. When we're talking of violence, and even in the 16 days of activism, what is it that we are doing to change the face of a child, make the child go to school and not work?
Well, Stella, some people will be quick to say poverty demands the children must work. What is your take on that sentiment?
Some of the children, our law guarantees that a child can work, a child is accepted to work at the age of 16, are still below the international standards. But we're saying that that is only if the child must work. There are those that have to work. Probably they are orphaned and they have to work to earn. But also their work has to be supervised. It maybe should be apprenticeship, not hard labor that should cause them to overwork them or work long hours and so on and so forth.
Well, thank you so much, Stella. In the interest of time, we have to halt this discussion and this point for today. But we will continue with this discussion tomorrow to find out what effect child labor may have on the children and also know what the law says about child labor. For now, we would like to remind you to join hands with us and say no to child labor by reporting all cases of child labor to toll-free line that is 116. Until tomorrow, same time, Speak Uganda.